So there was a snakehead. I probably just dragged it right over his face and spooked him. There's a big one I just heard blow up. Big one. That hurt. Oh, I took that one to the face. Oh, I'm bleeding. Hey there, how's it going? I'm Adam, this is Go To Outdoors, and I am happy to welcome you back to another one. Today's video, back at the Rappahannock River. Filming this intro after I filmed the outro, which was filmed another day. Yeah, I had a couple sound issues with my GoPro, but we're sorting through that. It's all good to go. That being said, this morning, you'll see kind of what time I got there. I'll post that up here. But yeah, so once again coming down to the Rappahannock River, going after snakeheads. I have completely fallen in love with these fish. Their strikes are savage. They're super frustrating when you miss them, but the reward when you actually get one into the boat is fantastic. It's just such a great feeling. But yeah, let's just go ahead and get right into it, and let's just see how we did. All right, we are running. It is, what time is it? 5:16, so we got a half hour until sunrise, which is a little over a half hour. But yeah, probably got about another 20-minute run to, that's gonna be a pretty sunrise. About a 20-minute run to get where I'm going, up around the bend. Probably, I'm going full speed right now, which I did sort my overheating and tripping issue with this trolling motor. I just went to a 60 amp circuit breaker as opposed to a 50. I don't know if I got a faulty 50 amp, because this thing should not draw anywhere close to 55 or 50 amps from the literature that I was reading. But yeah, the 60 is working just fine. I can run full speed, which in this configuration I'm running about probably 4.5 miles an hour. I don't have my fish finder obviously, because I know I'm gonna be fishing in water that's probably less than 3 feet deep all day long. And that's not a problem today, because I am, again, going after snakeheads. I am 100% addicted to these little beasties, and we're gonna see what happens. I'm not worried about anything happens today. We got a bit of cloud cover, obviously, as you can see. It's supposed to be fairly decent cloud cover for most of the day, but we're gonna see what happens with that. But I still have quite a run to get to where I'm going this morning. Making about a 2.5–3 mile run to get where I'm going. I know y'all probably can't see anything except for the first vestiges of the morning light. Oh, wait. You hear that? Did you guys hear that? That was the crack of dawn. I know, that was a bad joke. Anyway, I am going to make my run. I'm going to get to where I'm going, and hopefully we're gonna have a lot of snakehead action today, some bass action. I'm looking forward to both. Real excited to be out here this morning. Really excited. It's supposed to be fairly calm wind for most of the day. It was supposed to be a bit breezier than it is right now. It's supposed to have about 5 to 7 knot winds before sunrise, and it's supposed to die down about noon, 2 o'clock. But we seem to have lucked out in that regard, and I am not going to complain. But yeah, I'll bring you back when we can see what's going on. See you in about a half hour after that. Oh man, look at that. What a beautiful sunrise. It's going to be a good day. I don't know if y'all can see it, but there's shad flipping all over the place here. I've already seen a couple fish bust. I almost guarantee you they were bass. But this whole area is just busting with little white shad. So that tells me that a white colored lure may be fairly effective this morning. Oh, first cast, are you kidding me? First cast ever on the Drave Jump Frog. That was crazy. Strike on the first cast. Didn't get him, but I got a strike. It's a good sign. That's a good sign. That's nuts. The action on this thing is pretty cool. So I know there's gonna be fish hitting this thing. I also have a smaller one. This is the JF 65. I've got a couple JF 45s, which is about 1.75-ish inches, 1.8 inches. First freaking cast. That's nuts. I can't believe all these little shad are flipping too. That's pretty. This is just, what a beautiful morning. What an absolutely gorgeous day to be on the water. I'm just floating on a big old hydrilla. That's why there was fish here. That's inches below the top of the water here. So there was a snakehead. I probably just dragged it right over his face and spooked him. There's a big one I just heard blow up. Big one. That hurt. Oh, I took that one to the face. Oh, I'm bleeding. That did not feel great. Yep, I'm bleeding. So 2 ounces of metal and plastic flying right at my gourd. Well, the hooks are good, I tell you that. That did not feel fantastic. That actually hurt. That's gonna leave a bruise. Well, it happens. Yeah, it feels like I'm bleeding pretty good. Oh yeah, I'm bleeding real good. I gotta check this out. Hang on. Not even sunrise. I'm already getting freaking destroyed. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. No, I took that one good. Beaver. Big old beaver. Well, that's what happens when you miss a good hook set on a snakehead and take a jump frog to the face. Oh well, not the first time I've been smacked in the face by a lure. I guarantee it's not going to be the last, so let's get back to fishing. Big snakehead just moved here. It's always just feet away from you. There's a big old pad field. I just got struck real bad right there. He didn't get it. He didn't get it. Let's see if he gets back. I felt it. Dang it. That was probably the one that was right off at this point that hit it. All right. The size of the blowups I'm seeing and hearing this morning is leading me to believe that I can risk using the really chunky Duratec toad that I've been using. And if I happen to start losing fish again, then I'm going to switch to something smaller. But for right now, I'm going to throw this thing around and try and connect with a good sized fish first thing this morning. So I got a good feeling. Weather conditions, everything else, I have a feeling today could be a dragon day. There's stuff literally right behind me. This is silly. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to get out of here. I'm going to go back to another location because it is still rising tide. These fish are going to be eating throughout the entirety of the rising and lowering tide. Dead slack, I haven't had much luck, but rising and falling, yeah, I've had a very good amount of luck catching them. I just missed one. Just missed one. He was on it. That was a big one. That was a big one. That was a big one. Oh, that's a good one. That's a, oh my gosh. Oh gosh. Oh gosh, don't come off. That was awful. That's a good sized fish. That's a good sized fish. That's a good fish. All wrapped up in his work. Hello, fishy. All right, I'm gonna do this. All right, I got this. I gotta put this up. You're not getting in there. I'm not letting you up. That's a good sized fish. All right. That was almost terrible with that reel coming off like that. That's a good fish. That's a real good fish. Alright. Are you free? You're free. Well, you're off the hook. Literally. Alright. That's not a bad first fish. Don't you do that to me. Let's get that wet. Alright, first fish of the day is going to be run. I've got 28, 26. 26. Good first fish of the day. All right. He's beat up. Some kind of sores on it. All right. 6, 7, 3/4, and we're going to weigh the hand grip as soon as we let her go. But you lovable monster, are free to go. I mean, you got leeches and everything. You were just, I would not be harvesting this fish in this condition if I felt like keeping any today, because this thing's just a little gross. But there you go. Let go. Hey, trying to get you off. There you go. Bye, beastie. All right. So 6, 7 3/4 minus. So still a 6-pound fish, 6 pound 1 ounce. So 6 pound 3/8 ounce. Interesting. Not a bad first fish. Fix this and get us another one, because that was a good start to the day. Not skunked, ladies and gentlemen. All right, let's get this unmangled and reset for the next bad boy, because that was a good start to the day. I do say so, or if I do say so myself. And I do, because I did. I knew as soon as I heard the first explosion that I did not have to worry about that fish getting this lure in its mouth. And when I threw it back in there, hot diggity daffodil. I need to check my position real quick. Okay, so this is that second spot. This one is entirely full of these weeds. Be a lot harder to manage getting around in here. But I'm gonna go ahead and try these corners up front here. And if all else fails, I will back up and we'll go back to the spot we were at last week, because it's only about probably a 10-15 minute run from where I am right now if I got the trolling motor going. I was kind of hoping this whole thing would be open like the other one is, but I don't think that's the case. Because you can never rely on old satellite photos. But the fish that do live in there, I guarantee you, they're not pressured. Because if nobody else gets back in there, no one's going to fish for them. There's a big one back in there. Got him. Feels little. This feels little. Yeah. Oh, that's not little. That's a good sized bass. That's a good bass. Oh, darn it. That's probably about a 2-pounder, a little over a 2-pounder. Didn't have a good hook set and had a bad angle. He was just hanging on to it. I did not have a good hook set. Look at that. It's still in the plastic. That was a good strike though. I'll take that all day long. It's a good fish. Like I said, when bass become incidental catches, it's kind of funny. But I'm not mad. They're still good fish. Yeah, I didn't. It didn't look like a big hit, so I didn't hit him hard enough. Oh well. So the action on this thing's pretty cool. It just you have enough room to actually work on the line. It like pop skips over the surface there. I've had a couple good strikes, but I think the little pieces of plastic that serve as weed guards, I didn't have them set right, so kind of goobered up my chances there. But I'm gonna get in here a little ways and fish as much of this front bay as I can before I head back in to a long creek that runs in that way. Because the back sides of these things are going to remain shaded for quite a while, and that's what I'm hoping for. First cast with this thing I got a hit, which is a good sign. Something out there likes the way it moves, and it's the reason I'm throwing it back here. And the reason I picked it up primarily is because these are, the Drave is a Malaysian company. And of course, snakehead fishing there is very big. But the jump frog style of lure is something I guarantee the majority of fish around here have not seen. Bass or snakehead. Unless somebody had a bunch of lures they brought from home or came back from a trip. Oh, something's moving. Wake it on it, wake it on it, wake it on it. Got it. Got him. Got him. A grave jump frog. Where to put my grabby deal? Fish probably gonna freak out. Don't freak out. Don't freak out. I'll get you free in no time, buddy. I do not want to hook in me. You got both in them. Oh, he's loose. All right. Another beautiful, beautiful little fish. What a beautiful fish. The patterns on it. Yeah, got another good one. And oh, give me that. And that's why you put floats on everything. Let go. Later, fish. It was no problem getting away. Let's get another one. That's a good lure. I like that lure. Okie dokie. Oh, that fish is in. It's 2 fish on the day. One on the Duratec toad. One on the jump frog. Grave USA jump frog. I saw when it was waking behind it, I knew I had a good chance of getting that fish. When I stopped it and then it disappeared, I was like, yep, that fish has got it. And I looked through there because I saw its tail fin, its back fin moving through the water. And I knew there was a good opportunity there. That's really a good strike to my left. Oh, that was a big fish. That was a big fish just there. Darn it. That was a monster. I doubt it was the one I just let go. Ah, something hit it just immediately. That was a good sized fish. Darn it. They are active this morning. That was a good fish right there. Waked in on it. You too. Oh, I wasn't watching. Man, they are wanting these lures. This whole flat's full of snakeheads. I've missed what, 3 in the last 5 casts? Got him. Got him. Good fish. That's a good fish. Another one on the jump frog. Oh, good bass. That's a good bass. Good bass. Don't give him. All right. Good bass. Real good bass. He thumped it. 213, almost a 3-pounder. Later, fish. Don't be a jerk. Don't be rude. swim out just fine and healthy. So like I was saying, throw the fish something that they've never seen before and your chances go up. I guarantee you that largemouth had never seen a jump frog. That was a pretty healthy little fish. Nope. Alright, back at the lure. Come on, follow up, follow up. Let's get a follow up. Missed him. I don't think he's coming back. I think he touched some kind of plastic or metal, and then it's very rare that you get one to come back. Very rare. This is also where I had that big one follow me out and hit the sprinkler frog last week, or 2 weeks ago. Oh, damn, that was a good explosion. That was a big fish. That was a big fish. Yep, went through the side, didn't get in his mouth. Dang it. That was a big, big fish. That's the kind of hit that you lose that just, it takes the wind out of you. He was way up in those weeds. Which means there's gonna be more that are tucked in like that. I know there's big fish that just pile themselves into this stuff all day long. You missed it. That one came back, so let's try again. That looks like a fry ball. One right here. Scared one. Jenna Frady Caddis of the yellow snakehead. Scared everything. Dang it. He absolutely stomped it. Son of a gun. He didn't feel the hook though. He didn't feel the hook. There's one right here. Darn it. Good grief, I just scared a big one. Oh man, that was a big fish. Well, that tells me they're still in here. Dang, that sounded like a sizable fish. Just went underneath me. Something tiny. Didn't even bother with that hook set. Got that one. Got that one. Wasn't even looking. Got him good though. He took it, tried to turn, got him in the side of the head. That is a pretty little thing. Look at the colors. These are beautiful fish. I'm sorry, I don't care who you are. These are absolutely beautiful fish. Well, time to let them go. Time to get another one. Later, buddy. He gone. See, most of the little ones don't get it the right way to get hooked. Or at least I've noticed that on the Savage Durtech toad here, or tough toad, Durtech toad. I don't know which. They're pretty much the same darn thing, with the exception of, you know, the shape of the fingers on the back of the feet there. But yeah, it's still working for me. Still doing its job. As long as the fish gulp it, they're coming in. And the bass too. Bass tend to get it. Bass tend to get it really well. See, the last time I heard a slap like that, it was over here. I think it's a sunfish. I'm pretty sure they're sunfish that are feeding. But I was distracted and I heard this pop, and I just set the hook on instinct and managed to luck out and actually connect with that one. Another thing you need to remember about snakeheads is because they like this super shallow stuff. Well, it's not because, it's the reason they like this super shallow stuff is because, you know, they don't like deep water. They really can't tolerate deep water because they are what is called an obligate air breather. If a snakehead does not get to breathe air, it will drown. I mean, snakeheads can drown, which is, it sounds silly when you're talking about a fish, but snakeheads can drown if they do not get air. So a lot of times when they're popping, I don't know if they're feeding or if they're just gulping air. Every time I've seen a snakehead come up and sip air, it's just, you know, it's just like a little tiny thing. It's not a big explosion. So as you can tell, or as you guys have seen in my last several videos now, because, you know, I'm all about the snakeheads, when they hit, like when they're feeding, when they're attempting to feed, it is a vicious strike. I mean, even the small ones, you know, they'll go at it with everything they got. Actually, just saw water kick up on that one on my left eye, way over there by the edge of the channel. I don't know why my camera just shut off just now. I don't think it ran out of battery, but either way, I hope you see this. This one had the spirit. Hit it like a freight train. All right, a little bit better fish, probably about 18-20 inches. Better than the last one I got for sure. They really are beautiful fish. Like, they truly are. Look at those chompers. I was just trying to look. All right, later fish. And look at some of that river water in your mouth. Not. All right. Let's get us another one. This one was right in this pocket. I don't know if my GoPro shut off that last time just because it got hot or what. This is super, super shallow. My face hurts. big blue cat. A big old blue cat there. Darn it. Some guard jumping right there. There's one. See, this is a deep channel. Well, this is a channel. And both sides you can see how quickly the hydrilla pops up and does its thing. That's a good one. That's a good one. That's a good fish. That's a good fish. That's a real good fish. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Big head shakes. I saw the bubbles and I hit him. There we go. All right. Big and in the boat. That's a good fish right there. Oh man. All right. Gonna get that squared away. This is gonna be a good fish. Slimy. Big. Oh, hey. No, he's not gonna go 30. Definitely gonna be in the high 20s though. I think this gripper's big enough for this. Yeah, this gripper ain't big enough. I gotta go to the other one. Nope. Sorry, guy. You're not getting off that easy. I'm not gonna get this guy unhooked. That's some serious lockjaw there, buddy. Why we don't call you guys gators instead of dragons while you're death rolling. All right, this one is going to be 26 and I'll say 26 and a quarter. The mouth's kind of open there with the grippers. But yeah, that's a good one. All right, easy. I'll let you off here in a second. Some of these are just so dark. Just beautiful, beautiful fish. Look at that. Ah, that's a beautiful fish. Something took a chunk out of his bottom fin there. I bet that looks like a snapping turtle bite. But time to let this pretty beastie go. Actually, no, let's get a weight. I want to get a weight on this one. 5'10", so about 5'6". 5 pounds 6 ounces. That's a good fish. That's a good fish. All right, buddy. Go back, fight hard, make some more. See you again soon. Let go. All right, that was a good fish. That was a real good fish. Snakehead slime running all the way down my armpit. It's an odd feeling. Good to know that these can be used as jaw spreaders in the future. All right, yeah, he smoked that thing. I saw the bubbles and I knew there was gonna be something in there, so that lucked out. So basically, the reason I cast right there and reeled it down through the center of that open area instead of near one of the edges like you have seen me do pretty much the rest of the time is because I saw a couple bubbles come out right on the edge of that hydrilla. And what that told me was that a big old snakehead was probably there. Because when they move and they disturb the hydrilla in the bottom, you know, bubbles get kicked up, and sometimes it's actually them burping and, you know, whatnot. So right here, let's get a little bit closer. I'll show you exactly what I was looking at. So open pocket. I cast it on that side, cast it on this side, cast it over here. This hydrilla is kind of clumpy. You can probably see the chunks of it right there. Chunks right there. This spot right here, this point, there's pocket, pocket, point. The bubbles came up off of that point right there. So I decided to reel right over it, and well, as you can see, that's what happened. We got the best snake of the day right there. By a good margin, I might add. 2.5, 3 inches. Not a bad fish. It's a healthy bass. I'll take it all day long. Let's see what she'll run. Get a little bit. It's already been on a stringer before, it looks like. No, don't do that. I said don't. Oh well, whatever. Oh well. Safe release. Oh, almost lost my phone. That would have been terrible. Just like that. Either way, kind of wish I'd gotten the weight on that girl. That's a good fish. Smoke that toad. Hit it like she wanted it. I'm tired. I'm hungry. I'm thirsty. And I'm going to be at work at 3:30 in the morning, so there's that. Plus I kind of need to see if I need to go get a stitch or two. I'll get back with you when I get back to the truck. Well, as you can probably tell, I am back home and it is another day. It's actually been a little while because I forgot to actually do an outro. But you can see my little battle wound here is completely healed up. Wasn't nearly as bad as I thought it was. I was kind of worried about needing a stitch or two, as hard as that thing hit me. But yeah, I still had a fantastic day. Got some great snakeheads, got some nice little bass. It got a little slow towards the end there, but yeah, it just kind of was one of those grinds. You know, sometimes it just ends up being like that, but all in all, fantastic day. I can't complain at all. Noticed pretty quickly that the numbers of fish I was getting to strike has kind of fallen off, at least for snakeheads. Yeah, I'm quickly noticing a progression from getting more snakehead strikes to getting more largemouth strikes, and that was probably due to the fact that there's a lot more bow fishing traffic that's coming through there, a lot more, you know, pressure. I don't know if it's just because a couple weeks. I don't know if it's because the hydrilla is coming up, because more people are there. But the snakeheads are already starting to get harder to catch, and it might also be because, you know, they're pushing towards their second spawn. I don't think so, because I thought that was later in the summer. It was only July 11th today. But yeah, so it's still a learning experience for me. But like I said in my intro, I'm 100% in love with these fish. These fish are fantastic. I can't complain at all. Sorry, hit puberty there again. So these fish are fantastic. I mean, they're super savage when they strike. They're fun to catch. They're just, you know, if you're gonna keep them, they're fantastic eating. You know, I'm already becoming more of the let's let them go and let them grow. Let's see how big these things can get kind of person. But yeah, I'm still gonna keep some from time to time just because they are that good. Got a couple things that I'm working on in terms of gear. Gonna try and get some new lures to try out in the next couple videos, see what happens. Because I'm getting tired of seeing myself catching snakeheads on just the buzz toad. So I'm gonna try a couple different things, hollow body frogs, some with little flashy doodads on them and whatnot. But again, that's for the next video. But right now, this is where I must bid you adieu. So thanks again for watching. Make sure you find a reason to smile today, and I'll catch you in the next one.